Well, hey there. Listen, I just wanted to send along a personal invite to you, the men at First Christian, and your friends, if they're interested in coming, um, for to a long overdue event, and that it would be the getting together for a retreat for the men. And so we have several reasons why we think this is important, and I'm asking you to consider these things as you consider whether you can come and whether you'll make time to be with us for this 24-hour retreat. First of all, just considering taking into stock where we're at as in our own personal lives with God, our directions, some of the fears that maybe drive us, the influences in our life, and the goals that we've set. We also need to connect with the other guys across generations. So we're inviting our high school young men to come all the way to our senior men and everybody in between. We want to make this a cross generational experience, and that's good. That would be really good. One of the key things that I've asked Dr. Lawson, which I'll introduce to you in just a moment to consider, and what we're going to talk about is there's a lot of confusion about what it means to lead in our homes, in the church, in our business, every other thing that we do. Leadership is lacking, and so we want to define what leadership is, talk about what we can do, and what our part of that is, and finally, of course, just to recommit ourselves to God and to our families if that's been lacking or slacking in our lives. We set aside a 24-hour Friday night to Saturday night, 25th and 26th of February. We're going to start at 6:30 at the camp there in Telecom. Again, I'll get that to you in just a minute. But we're going to start at 6:30 there. So if we leave here by 4:35, we'll be there in plenty of time. The location there is about an hour and 20 minutes away. We're going to stay. So we'll eat at 6:30. We'll have our evening session. We're going to stay till we'll have 5 o'clock together dinner on Saturday night. So 6:30 Friday night will be dinner. So you get there in time for dinner at 6:30, and then we'll get going after that. And then after dinner, which is at 5 on Saturday, so about 6:30, we'll be taking off and heading home. Guys can drive your own cars. You can carpool with somebody else. We'll also make the church van available, leaving about 4:30 that day. As I mentioned, just really, really cool opportunity that we have. We have been given the opportunity to have Dr. Roy Lawson come. Now that's a picture of him and his wife, and obviously, he's coming because it's a men's retreat. But Roy and Joy have been married now for nearly 60 years. They've been in ministry together for 60 plus years. In that time, and you'd say to yourself, well, he must be an old guy, and he is. But I want to tell you something. He is younger in his heart and in his way and his excitement and zest for life than a lot of people I know half his age. And so you will not be disappointed. He's just full of encouragement and wisdom. In the course of his ministry, he's been a church planter, a pastor, an author, a Bible college president, and a tour guide leader all around the world. And he's sought after all around the world, so it's quite a privilege. Part of why Roy's willing to come here is because he grew up here at First Christian as a young guy, and he might even talk a little bit about that. One of my favorite quotes from Roy, just to give you an idea of the way he thinks, and he's 81, I believe. When your memories are bigger than your dreams, he said, you've already begun to die. And I think that's just a reminiscent of a man who is still full of hope and vigor and wisdom, even at his age. So I'm just, again, wanting to encourage you to consider this. We're going to be at the Telecom Retreat Center outside of Yamhill. There is room for 34 fellas to go. That is double occupancy rooms. And so when you're signing up, I want you to consider who you know that you wouldn't mind bunking up with. We're going to charge $100 per person. That includes 4 meals plus the great meeting space and the overnight. This is the offer too. We want our high school students to come, and we want to offer to have them come for free. And so to all of our high school guys, you are welcome to come. You and your friends too, if they want to come, we'd love to have them. We'll pay everybody's way from high school. We also think it'll be helpful if you're a dad and you have a high school student, young man in your family or two. We don't want it to become a burden for you. You'd like to come, but that's a lot of money. So we want guys, you pay your way. And if you have high school students or young men in your home, your sons or their friends, and they want to come, we'll pay their way. But again, we have limited space. We have 34 beds. So first come, first serve. We're going to start sign up and registration this Sunday, the 23rd, here at the church. And again, keep in mind who you want. Maybe talk to one of the other guys if you want him to be your bunk mate, or if you're going to bring your son or whatever, because there'll be a place there to write down your preference of who you'd like to be with in your room. $50 holds your place. That's non-refundable, and that's because our registration's dependent on that. And so if you want us to hold your place, it'll be $50, and then you'll pay the rest when we get there. and again, have your bunkmate in mind. So I just, again, want you to just, if you will be this, I think it will be terrific. We're going to have guys that, we have a couple of our guys going to bring in the music. Some of our guys are going to bring testimony. We'll have a time for Q&A after every session. Plus, there'll be time just to leisurely hang out. And, we might even get lucky and have great weather. We'll see. But we're from the coast, so we don't need great weather to enjoy ourselves. But anyway, so we hope that you'll make this. I think it's going to be a seminal moment for First Christian. It's going to set some things in motion for the future as well. So I hope that you'll make it. Get back to me at 503-812-2991. That's my number, my cell number, 503-812-2991 if you have any questions or need any more insight or anything like that. So thank you guys again. So looking forward to seeing you.